The Great Cookie Caper. Once upon a time in the quirky town of Crumbleville, there lived a baker named Benny Bakerman. Benny was known for his magical ability to turn ordinary ingredients into the most delicious treats ever known to humankind. His bakery, Benny's Bites, was a local legend, drawing people from far and wide to taste his delectable creations. One sunny morning, Benny woke up with an unusual craving for chocolate chip cookies, his favorite guilty pleasure. However, there was a tiny problem: Benny had run out of chocolate chips. Not to be deterred, Benny decided to embark on a mission, Operation Choco Rescue. Chapter 1: The Quest for Chocolate Chips. Benny sprang out of bed, donned his baker's hat, and raced to the kitchen. He was determined to get his hands on some chocolate chips. As he opened the pantry, he discovered he was out of luck. The shelves were bare, not a chocolate chip in sight. Undaunted, Benny decided to visit the local grocery store, Giggles and Grub, known for its quirky inventory and eccentric owner, Mr. Giggles. Benny grabbed his shopping list and headed out the door. At the store, Benny found Mr. Giggles clad in a polka-dotted bootie, juggling tomatoes while riding a unicycle. He greeted Benny with a cartwheel and a flourish. "Ah, Benny Bakerman. How may I assist you in your quest for gastronomical delights today?" Benny chuckled at Mr. Giggles' antics and explained his chocolate chip dilemma. Mr. Giggles nodded thoughtfully and declared, "To acquire chocolate chips, one must first embark on a perilous journey through aisle 7. There, you shall face trials of canned peas and frosted flakes." Benny couldn't help but laugh at Mr. Giggles' theatricality. He entered aisle 7 and encountered challenges like stacking soup cans into a tower and building a fortress with cereal boxes. After successfully completing these unconventional tasks, he reached the end of the aisle, where Mr. Giggles presented him with a bag of chocolate chips as his reward. Chapter 2: The Mysterious Cookie Monster. With the precious chocolate chips in hand, Benny hurried back to his bakery, eager to whip up a batch of his famous cookies. As he mixed the dough, he hummed a merry tune, anticipating the heavenly aroma that would soon fill his kitchen. But just as he was about to pop the tray of cookies into the oven, he heard a rustling noise coming from behind the counter. Startled, Benny peered over the counter to see a pair of googly eyes staring back at him. It was Cookie Monster, a mischievous raccoon who had a notorious reputation for stealing baked goods in Crumbleville. Benny and Cookie Monster locked eyes. The raccoon looked unapologetic, with chocolate smudges all over his furry face. Before Benny could react, Cookie Monster lunged forward, swiping a cookie and scurrying away. Benny was not one to be outwitted by a raccoon. He chased after Cookie Monster, who led him on a comical chase through the bakery. Dough flew through the air, trays of cookies toppled, and Benny found himself in a slapstick showdown with the furry thief. Cookie Monster seemed to relish the chase, giggling all the way. Finally, Benny cornered Cookie Monster in a flowery standoff. He held up a cookie as a peace offering, and the raccoon, unable to resist, reached out to take it. As Cookie Monster nibbled on the cookie, Benny scooped him up and gently escorted him to the door. "Off you go, Cookie Monster," Benny said with a chuckle. "But remember, no more cookie capers in Benny's Bites." Chapter 3: The Grand Cookie Exchange. With Cookie Monster safely escorted out of the bakery, Benny resumed his cookie-making operation. He baked a fresh batch, and soon, the intoxicating scent of warm chocolate chip cookies wafted through the air. Word of Benny's freshly baked cookies spread like wildfire across Crumbleville. The townspeople flocked to Benny's Bites, eager to taste the legendary treats. Benny's bakery transformed into a lively gathering spot filled with laughter and delight. As Benny handed out cookies to the townspeople, he noticed something remarkable happening. People began exchanging cookies with each other, forging new friendships and strengthening bonds. Strangers became friends, and friends became even closer friends, all because of Benny's cookies. Neighbors swapped stories and anecdotes over cookies, and soon, the entire town was caught in a whirlwind of laughter and joy. The streets of Crumbleville became a bustling cookie exchange, and the townspeople couldn't stop smiling. Chapter 4: Benny's Cookie Carnival. Inspired by the newfound sense of community, Benny decided to host a grand event, the Crumbleville Cookie Carnival. He transformed the town square into a cookie wonderland, complete with cookie-themed games, cookie decorating contests, and a giant cookie maze. The carnival was a riot of laughter and merriment. People competed in cookie toss competitions, where participants attempted to land cookies in giant milk glasses. There was even a guess the number of chocolate chips game, with cookies as prizes, of course. The highlight of the carnival was the Great Cookie Baking Contest, where townspeople showcased their own cookie creations. The competition was fierce, and the judges, including Benny and Mr. Giggles, struggled to pick a winner from the array of delectable entries. In the end, everyone was a winner, and the town of Crumbleville celebrated the joy of cookies and community. The carnival continued into the night, with Benny leading a merry conga line through the streets, surrounded by townspeople dancing and singing. Chapter 5: Benny's Legacy of Laughter. As time passed, Benny Bakerman's bakery remained at the heart of Crumbleville, and his cookies continued to bring people together. The town, once known for its quirks, became famous for its warmth and hospitality. Benny's legacy lived on, not just in his bakery, but in the enduring friendships and bonds that were forged over cookies. Whenever someone bit into a warm chocolate chip cookie from Benny's Bites, they couldn't help but smile, knowing that it was more than just a cookie. It was a slice of the laughter-filled, heartwarming world of Crumbleville. And so, in the town of Crumbleville, where cookies and laughter were in abundance, Benny Bakerman's bakery remained a place where joy and friendship blossomed, one cookie at a time.